today is going to be good. I just looked at the title. Actually, I looked at the little thing under the title. So December 20th, believing. Believing is all a child does for a living. Curtis Lamkin. That's it. Until we train them not to. Until we break their faith. Not we, but sometimes we, depending on what kind of parents we had or what type of parents we are, or the situations that we create around our children. But believing is all a child does for a living. Whew. That's what I want to do for a living. I want to believe, and I want to be inspired, and I want to inspire. Yes, that sounds like a good job. Who knows how I do that, but I'll just do it. I have decided it is so. As above, so below. And it is so. Okay, ready? There's a really cute little bird watching me right now. But it's blending in with the tree, so if I turned the camera, you wouldn't even be able to see it. Picasso once said that artists are those of us who still see with the eyes of children. Somehow, as we journey into the world, more and more gets in the way, and we stop questioning things in order to move deeper into them and start questioning as a way to challenge things that we fear are false. Yeah. As a child, I used to talk to things. Birds that flew overhead, trees that swayed slowly in the night, even stones drying in the sun. For years, though, I stopped doing this freely because of what others might think, and then I stopped altogether. Now I learned that Native Americans do this all the time, that many original peoples believe with their childlike eyes right into the center of things. Now, almost 50, I am humbled to recover the wisdom that believing is not a conclusion, but a way into the vitality that awaits in everything. What could I possibly add to that? Oh, I thought of something. So, being Native American, my mom was Native American. And when I was little, I used to talk to things. I had names for, blue jays. I don't know if you've ever seen a crested blue jay, but I decided that they were like tree buffaloes or sky buffaloes. That was one thing. My friends, because of where we lived, I didn't have human friends. I only had one human friend that came to visit me one time, and I'm sure I tortured her to death because I was an only child and bored out of my mind. But I had these trees. They were 6 little aspen trees in 2 rows of 3. And they were my friends, them and my cat, Fuzzy Gray Bear was his name. But I had these 6 trees, and they were my friends. And as an adult, they have come to me in visions, and they have said that I am supposed to go to where they are, which I haven't been there since I was about 6. And it's way up in the mountains above Denver, Colorado. I don't even know, you couldn't drive there, you had to hike. But they came to me in a vision, and they were like, where are your children? We stand in representation of your children. And I was like, oh my God, there's 6 trees, I have 6 children. Butterflies. Oh, there were these, they weren't butterflies. I think they were moths. And I've actually written a children's book about this. I've written it, I just haven't tried to get it published. Maybe I'll do that this year. They were these beautiful black and white moths, and their little antenna looked like feathers, and they were so docile. And along the dirt road that we would walk up, there was these flowers. Now I look back and they're either brown-eyed Susans or black-eyed Susans or echinacea of some sort. They were bright, like yellowy orange, like a sunflower. And these moths or butterflies would just be piled on them. And I could walk over and I could scoop up handfuls of them. And so I would like put a pile of them on my head like a hat. And I would put one over my shoulder like a mink stole. You know, I was being very fancy. And I could put one on my hand and wear it like a ring. And they would never try to fly away. They were just so docile. That's the only word. And that was amazing. As a child, that was an amazing thing. And so that was very exciting. Oh, gosh. Just thinking of so many things. Like one time, my mom and I were walking down the mountain to try to get me to the school bus stop. And she, made me stop. And it was a huge herd of elk, and it was a bunch of does with their babies. I don't know what you call baby elks. And there was one really big buck. I mean, he was huge. And he was standing in the road staring at us. Or he got up on the road and he stopped and he looked at us. And he wasn't threatening at all, but he was just standing there while the does and the babies went by. And that was pretty amazing. And of course my mom was like, this is so awesome. Not everybody gets to experience this. To me, it was just normal because I didn't really know anything else. But I'm sure she spoke to the elk and gave gratitude, for them crossing our paths. All right, mindful moment. Ooh, there's only one this time. When you can, talk with a child about how they see the world. This is good all the time. And like the younger, the better. If they're verbal and they can talk, the younger, the better. I love, love, love the things that kids say. So, all right.